Yo, what's up, freedom marchers? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're in the world. This is Tyrus Bain. Welcome to the definition of anarchy. And I'm going to discuss on October 20th, 2021, I want to talk about what OSHA is doing, all right, with this Modelo 19 hokey pokey.
Next sharp right.
All right. I'm going to talk to you about
south.
What specifically what they're saying about the side effects for the Modelo 19 hokey pokey, or more like what they're not saying about the side effects for Modelo 19 hokey pokey. Now, 110 as south. You guys know, Joe Biden put out a mandate that would require employers with over 100 employees to mandate the SNAP, okay? So they're mandating the SNAP to employees, you know, if you have employees over 100 people. And then at the same time, some companies are just don't have 100 employees and they're requiring the SNAP anyway. And you would think, based on how OSHA works, you would think they would have essentially what is a material data sheet for the Modelo 19 hokey pokey, right? You would think they would have some data, some information for people to understand what's in the Modelo 19 hokey pokey, what it could do, what kind of things it could cause, because you can't even have Windex on the job site unless you have a material data safety sheet. Now, you're not going to have vials, right, lying around on the job, depending on what you do for a living. You know what I'm saying? Especially not someone like me. We're not going to have that. That's not something that would typically be out in the field, you know. But in hospitals and, you know, clinics, anywhere that carries the Modelo 19, you would think they would definitely have a material data safety sheet for that. And they very well might. But what they won't do is list the adverse effects that may occur from the Modelo 19 hokey pokey. You heard me right. They will not list the side effects or the adverse effects of the Modelo 19 hokey pokey at least until 2022.
Continue.
Now, why won't they do that? Why won't they list the adverse effects? Is it because they don't know what they are yet, or it hasn't been long enough, or they don't have enough information? No, of course not. If you go to the OSHA website and look it up and go to the frequently asked questions, right? If you go to the frequently asked questions on the OSHA website, they tell you they will not list the adverse effects because they don't want to discourage people from getting it and disincentivize employers. They basically don't want to tell you the adverse effects because it might discourage people from taking and receiving the jab. Now tell me, in what world, in what world that OSHA exists, does that happen? They are not, listen, not only are they making this a mandate, but they're not going to tell you what this shit could do to you in the OSHA bullshit. Why would that be? Well, I just told you. I told you why. They came straight out with it. They didn't hide it. They didn't pull no punches. They didn't sugarcoat nothing. Because they don't want to discourage you from getting it, and they don't want to disincentivize employers. But they want you to have this shit in your body to go to work. They want you to be forced to take this shit in order to go to work. But they don't want you to know what it could do to you. You can't make this shit up, man. You can't make this shit up. They want you to put something in your body, right? Put something in your body that they call safe and effective. It's so safe and effective that they have to force people to take it. They have to force people to put it in their body. They can't allow people to make the choice. Because if it was as safe and effective as they want to make it out to be, then they would not need to do that. They would not need to make mandates for it. They would not need, Joe Biden wouldn't need to lie and say, oh no, we're not going to make it a mandate, while he's on the fucking campaign trail, and then come in and be like, yep, we're going to make this shit mandatable. We're going to mandate the hell out of this shit. But people get mad at you if they don't want, if you don't want to take it.
110 south, and then
These sheep out here
405 south is
that
on the right.
believe everything the government and the mainstream media tells you. They want you to take the shit too, because they asses took it. They took it. So they don't want to be the odd man out. They don't want to be the ones, if something does happen, if something does go wrong with this shit, they want you to suffer right along with them. They don't want to feel played, because guess what? They took the shit right away when the shit came out, as soon as they were eligible. And they can't, there's nothing they can do about it. They have to live with it. And more, they're finding out, oh, this person died, that person died, that person had horrible adverse effects. That person still got the Mandela 19. That person still got sick. You can still pass it. You can still transmit. You can still transmit the Mandela 19. Rochelle Walensky, the head of the CDC, told your monkey asses that not only is there waning efficacy, but that it does not stop the transmission of the Mandela 19. It mitigates symptoms, so-called, but we're finding out that that ain't damn near 100%. Oh, they want to tell you all the adverse effects are, you know, they're 0.00 something percent, but that's only if they consider you fully snapped. But if something happens to you from the snap within 2 weeks, they don't count that as an adverse effect. If you die within 2 weeks, they don't count that as a hokey pokey death. Well, not in America, but apparently in the UK they do. In the UK, they'll count that shit, especially when that BBC announcer or presenter or whatever, she died directly from the Mandela 19 hokey pokey, and they came right out and said it. But no, OSHA doesn't want to discourage you. So they're going to make sure that they're not going to tell you what the adverse effects are. Well, wouldn't that... So if you had an inkling of common sense, and the CDC told you, no, we're not going to tell you what the side effects are, because it might discourage you from getting the poke. Well, wouldn't that admission alone discourage you from getting the poke? I know it would me if I had any. Oh God, it stinks. Oh, there's some fucking shit going on here in Carson. Oh, that shit's bad. Oof. Oh. Woo. Oh my God, that shit is trash. Oh. Oh. Anyway, oh no, that ain't helping. Oh man. Anyway, sorry about that. I'm driving through Carson right now, and there's a funk here that is unimaginable. Anyway, let's say I had the slightest bit of, inkling to go ahead and get the SNAP. Once I read that from OSHA, I'd be like, okay, well, you guys obviously don't have any tact, right? You're telling us that you don't want to discourage us from getting the SNAP so therefore you're not going to tell us what the side effects are. So you know what? I'm not going to get it. I'm going to say, fuck you, shove that shit up your own ass and have at it. I'm not going to deal with it. I'm not going to have it. Boom. And I'd go about my day and find another job. That's what I would do. If I had any doubt in my mind that I didn't want to get the SNAP, reading that would remove all doubt. Understand that. I don't know what they thought they were doing with that. You would think they'd come up with something a little bit more clever. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how they would do it, but to straight up tell people, no, we don't want to tell you how bad the side effects are, or we don't want to tell you what they are because it'll you won't want to do it. We don't want to discourage you. No, we're going to keep it to ourselves. We're not going to tell you shit. Meanwhile,
continue on I-405
everything else,
south.
They ain't got no problem telling you what the side effects are. If you're, let's say, if you can ingest something you're not supposed to ingest, they have information for that. They have steps that you can take to mitigate the bad shit going on with it. But not with Modelo 19. Oh no, they Modelo 19 hokey pokey. No, they can't do that. No, not with the SNAP. With the SNAP, no, they got to keep that under wraps. This is what these people think of you. They think you're stupid. They think you're stupid to be like, okay, well, that's fine. Don't tell me what the side effects are. I'm gonna still get the shit anyway. And guess what? Most of us are that stupid. Most of us are gonna have that knowledge and go ahead and get the SNAP anyway.
I-405 south.
It's a sad state of affairs, but that's what we're dealing with in this day and age, man. That's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with these ideas. We're dealing with issues that people. I don't with the advent of technology and screens and handheld devices, and also with all this information at the palm of your hands. You can research pretty much anything. You can go and research anything on these handheld devices. You would think that you would be a little bit more smart about how you deal with the government, how you deal with science, how you deal with whatever. Because these people done changed what science is. Oh no, that's not science anymore. Questioning science is not science anymore. Oh no, you can't question that. You can't test a theory. No, you can't do that. It can't. No, it's established fact. If Anthony Frosty says it, if the government says what it is, and the mainstream media says what it is, there's no need for research. Hold on. No research is necessary. No research necessary. Just do what we say. Don't trust our science. Trust our science and our science alone. No one can give you better science than we can. You know what I mean? Like, it's completely asinine and ridiculous. In no world, in no other universe, in the multiverse does this happen.
In 2 miles,
and they get away with it.
exit on the right.
No way. But anyway, that's what we're dealing with, y'all. Anyway, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, whatever you want to do. And until next time, I'm gonna holler at y'all. Peace, much love. But let's keep marching toward for freedom. My bad. Let's keep marching forward toward freedom, people. Peace.